Dana Hoyt's hypocrisy.
You know, I know that there was a lot of talk, free Mitrione and all this stuff with the fans, and it's freedom of speech and all this stuff. That's absolutely ridiculous. Work at any company anywhere in America and go out and say ignorant, stupid stuff publicly. Even on top of that, say it publicly in a big, place where people can go read it or hear it publicly and see what happens to you. And it's like, oh, we agree with what Mitrione said. Well, you can agree with what Mitrione said, but he called her a disgusting freak, and compared her to Silence of the Lambs and things like that. The point is, if Mitrione, if that was something that he really felt strongly about, and he said, I want to speak up, I want to be heard about this because I don't believe, and I don't disagree with everything that he said. So it's not that he didn't have a point. It's how he said it. The extra things that he said. And if he was standing in front of a panel, okay, and he was going up to speak on this subject, he wouldn't have said the things that he said, and he would have said it differently. There's a way to voice your opinion without sounding like a bigot. You know what I mean? And he came off sounding like a complete jackass and a bigot. And that kind of stuff isn't going to be tolerated. The other thing was, I used the F word, and we're not talking about fuck here. And I grew up in the 80s, used to use that word all the time. So when that happened, I am the furthest thing. I know I might look like one. The big bald dude from the UFC probably is a homophobe. I'm the furthest thing from it.
10 years later.
Dana, I just want to go back. You were talking about, you obviously give a long leash to your fighters about, what they can say when they are up there with the UFC microphone, and you are getting into territory of homophobia, transphobia. Is there...
I don't give anybody a leash.
Well, I'm saying you...
A leash? Free speech. And control what people say. Gonna tell people what to believe. Gonna tell people... I don't fucking tell any other human being what to say, what to think, and there's no leashes on any of them. What is your question?
I was asking that question. I'll move on, though.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That's ridiculous to say I give somebody a leash. Free speech, brother. People can say whatever they want, and they can believe whatever they want. And I don't think there's any... We had two gay women who fought in the co-main event. They sat on the stage with Sean Strickland. They could give a shit what Sean Strickland thinks, or what he says, or what his beliefs are, or what his opinions are. You know what I mean?